Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin the power of asking bold questions when life feels overwhelming and uncertain. Asking the right questions can bring clarity. Many high achievers in different fields credit their biggest breakthroughs to simple but powerful questions. A designer named Mike once found himself burned out and unsure about his future. He asked himself, if I had to leave everything behind and start over in 6 months, what would I keep doing today? That one question helped him focus on the work that truly mattered. A swimmer named Emily reflected on a different question. What would this look like if it were easy? That changed how she approached training and led to a more joyful routine. The people who rise high often do not have all the answers. They simply ask the right questions at the right time. These questions help them face fear, let go of distractions, and step into their next chapter with purpose. Turning rock bottom into a launch pad, many successful people reach their highest point after first hitting their lowest. They fall apart before they rise stronger. A story comes from Jason, who lost his job, his confidence, and his sense of direction all in 1 year. While staring at rock bottom, he began journaling every day, just 10 minutes each morning. Over time, those small pages gave him clarity, and one day he saw an opportunity to help others write. He created a journaling tool that now supports thousands. Another powerful moment came from Olivia, a singer who lost her voice due to stress. She had no choice but to rest. During that time, she explored poetry, which led her to write lyrics from a deeper place. Her music came back better than ever. Rock bottom is not the end. For many, it becomes the moment they rebuild their identity from truth instead of fear. Choosing curiosity over fear stops people from taking bold steps. But the ones who grow fast learn to replace fear with curiosity. Instead of asking what could go wrong, they ask what they might discover. Alex, a programmer, had never spoken publicly. When invited to speak at a conference, his first instinct was fear. But he paused and said to himself, I wonder what would happen if I tried this. That shift from fear to curiosity led to a standing ovation and new business deals. Another story comes from Claire, who wanted to try painting but thought she was too old. She asked herself, what if I just play and see what comes out? Her work now hangs in 2 galleries. Curiosity opens doors. It invites joy, growth, and the unexpected. When fear whispers, curiosity can shout louder. Designing a life of your own rules, many mentors reject the idea of following a traditional path. They believe success means designing a life that fits you, not one that impresses others. Chris, an entrepreneur, left a high-paying finance job to build a surfboard company in a small beach town. People called him crazy, but now he works with peace, passion, and purpose. Another example is from Maya, who turned her love for cooking into an online recipe channel. It started with just her phone in a tiny kitchen. Today, she feeds millions. Designing your life doesn't require fame or money at first. It requires courage. The courage to say, this is what I want, and the patience to build it piece by piece. Learning from setbacks, not just wins. True growth often comes from failure more than success. High performers reflect on their mistakes and use them as teachers. David, a writer, shared that his first book flopped. For weeks, he avoided feedback. Then he sat down and read every review with an open heart. He learned what didn't connect and why. His second book became a bestseller. Another story is from Elise, who failed a major audition after months of preparation. She cried for days, but then asked her coach what she could improve. That one conversation shifted how she trained, and the next audition changed her career. The difference between those who quit and those who grow is how they see failure. One group hides, the other listens, learns, and rises. Using morning rituals to win the day, many top performers use mornings as a sacred time to create energy and focus. What they do in the first hour shapes how they show up for the rest of the day. Julian, a startup founder, begins his day with 20 minutes of reading, followed by a cold shower. That pattern helps him stay calm, even in chaos. Another person, Brooke, a coach, starts her day with a slow walk while listening to calming music. It clears her mind and centers her heart. These rituals don't need to be fancy. They need to be consistent. A good morning creates momentum, and momentum builds progress. Choosing mentorship in unlikely places. Not all mentors are famous or older. Some of the best lessons come from unexpected people. Natalie learned her greatest lesson in patience and creativity from her 6-year-old son, who built towers for hours without giving up. Marcus says his janitor taught him more about hard work and dignity than any college professor. Great mentors can show up anywhere, on podcasts, in books, in late-night talks with friends. What matters is not the mentor's title, but the wisdom they carry and your willingness to learn. The smartest people never stop looking for new teachers, even in the quietest corners of life. Practicing the art of saying no success often requires subtraction. Many mentors share that learning to say no was the key to unlocking their biggest yes. Zoe, an artist, used to accept every invitation until burnout hit. Now she says no to anything that doesn't feed her creative energy. Her work has become deeper and her peace stronger. Ethan, a speaker, says he asks himself, will this move me closer to who I want to become? If the answer is no, he declines. Saying no is not rude. It's clarity. It protects time, energy, and purpose. When you stop trying to please everyone, you finally begin to serve the right ones. Making peace with the unknown uncertainty is part of every great journey. Those who thrive do not avoid it. They learn to dance with it. Alana, a filmmaker, lost her funding 3 times. She cried, then kept going. She ended up creating a short film that won awards and opened doors she never expected. Gabriel, a digital nomad, never knows where he'll be 6 months from now. He says that uncertainty used to scare him. Now it excites him. The unknown is not your enemy. It's a space where new stories begin. When you lean into it with trust, surprises arrive that no plan could predict. Building systems, not willpower success, doesn't come from motivation alone. It comes from systems that make success easier to repeat. Amelia, a nutritionist, prepares all her meals on Sunday, so she never has to decide during the week. That system saves time and reduces stress. Leo, a writer, has a timer that blocks social media every morning. That small tool keeps his creativity flowing. Willpower fades, especially when life gets tough. But systems stay strong. They carry you when your mood fails. High performers design their lives to support their goals. They don't rely on mood. They rely on structure. Focusing on long-term impact, many mentors shared that the best decisions they ever made were ones that paid off slowly. Jacob started a blog with 10 readers. He wrote every week for 3 years. That blog turned into a book, a speaking career, and a movement. Nina, a therapist, offered free workshops for a year. People said she was wasting her time. But those workshops became the foundation of a community that now serves thousands. The best things take time. Fast wins often disappear fast. But when you focus on impact instead of applause, the rewards multiply in ways you never imagined. Finding strength in vulnerability, being open about pain, failure, or fear does not make you weak. It makes you real, and real people create deeper trust. Emma, a leader in tech, shared openly about her struggle with depression. Her team said they felt more connected to her after that than ever before. Lucas, a personal trainer, told his clients that he once hated his body. That truth helped them feel understood. Vulnerability breaks walls. It invites support, and it gives others permission to be themselves. When you hide nothing, you gain everything. Living fully in the present moment with so many goals and dreams, it's easy to miss the moment you are in. But many mentors say presence is the foundation of happiness. Rachel, an executive, pauses for 1 minute before each meeting to breathe and reset. That small habit helps her show up fully. Daniel, a father and musician, puts his phone away during dinner and looks his kids in the eye. Those are his favorite moments of the day. Success means nothing if you're not there to feel it. The present is where life actually happens. When you live here, everything becomes more alive. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.